Delta Green, Operation Fulminate, Session 2, Part 1. What the actual hell? Due to technical problems with our recording hardware and software, this episode has been truncated. The audio contained far too many anomalies to release. What has been released does still have audio issues. Listener discretion is advised.
Very little clothing, like watching them from a distance and like hiding in the foliage in the forest and the trees. And then Brandon McGill's father and mother arrive at Trailhead Station, just uh, uh, basically in a desperate to see their son, and they're asked just to wait a moment because uh, you part two of the agents were getting ready to trying to talk Brandon into letting them sedate him so that they could do surgery to remove or that whatever like little bump they're feeling on the back of his neck near that strange tattoo he has on his neck. Uh, Brandon kept becoming more and more agitated and upset, did not want to be given an injection of a sedative, and the stove in the kitchen started shaking more and more violently as he became more and more upset, and then suddenly tore itself from the wall and smashed into the adjacent wall. And then you start hearing and that telltale smell of gas starting to fill the kitchen. And just at that moment, if things couldn't get crazier, another hiker comes in from this just downpour, this storm, and he starts yelling. He's got like he's cradling what looks like all swaddled in like a sleeping bag or something, like a small person. He's like, I need help. I found a kid, a naked kid, in the park. I need help. And so they get the kid inside, and one of the park rangers comes up and starts like unswaddling the child. And to your surprise and horror, it's Brandon McGill. I think that's where we left off. Let me get
Yes,
get our
sir.
get our sound effects and everything rolling here.
And I don't know if y'all can hear me, but
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
You know how like in school there's like the kid who reminds the teacher that there's a pop quiz? And I
Yeah.
was like, hey John, maybe we should roll a bunch of sand losses for all of the stuff. So you're all welcome for that.
Yeah. Text me on Discord. It's like, hey, should we roll sanity loss for all that stuff? And I'm like, yes, you should. Thanks for reminding me, Peter.
Awesome.
Damn it.
Awesome.
Damn it, Peter.
All right. Let's get a little thunderstorm. And remember, like, my hearing sucks, so you've got like sound controls. To adjust those to your level of comfort. So yes,
Ooh.
I would like each of you to make a. Oh no, Agent Jackson critical failure. All right.
Ooh.
So like with everything that's going on all at once, on a success, you take 0 sanity loss. On a failure, you take 1d6. Oh no, we've got Agent Jay Burrick is okay, but Agent Jackson crit fail, shifty failure.
I feel like my sanity hasn't updated since 1996. What should it be on? Any idea? Or is it a
There was a couple like personal things you could do in the break that did restore sanity.
Yeah, I went back to nature.
Yeah, I think some of these give you a point or two.
A point or two.
Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't much.
So the lower the worse, right?
Yeah, yep. Because there's gonna be times where like you have like a breaking point for your sanity, and if you hit that breaking point, then you develop like a disorder. Yeah, you basically you start you start losing your mind.
Okay. So we just add a few. If we failed, we add some. Is that right?
No, if you fail, you actually lower your sanity score. So let me open up your character sheet.
So it gets harder and harder to get.
Yeah, you
successes.
subtract, because like in Delta Green, you're trying to roll under. It's a roll under system. So like you have 46 sanity. So you would just
That's where it had gone down to by the end of the last mission. So can I
yeah.
pop it up a bit
Um
with the back to nature and stuff?
yeah, let me see here.
Seems like I got a 99 over on the right. That's everyone's maximum.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, let me I'm just quick reminding myself of the recovery rules. So back to nature. Yeah, okay, so roll a sanity test. Success adds 1d4 sanity. Or if you get a critical, it adds 4. If you fumble, it's going to cost you sanity. So you can just like above your sanity score, it has like, there you go. Yep. All right, a success. So now you can roll 1d4 and add that to your sanity score before you subtract out what you just lost.
Okay.
Okay, so you got 1 sanity back.
Yeah.
And everybody else can do like the same thing from like
Yeah, I
you know,
failed my back to nature, so.
okay, yeah, and then or establishing a new bond or go to therapy.
So
Oh.
none of that stuff, and I am now at my breaking point.
Oh
Was it-
no.
I'm at mine as well because a critical failure on sanity test means I take the maximum amount, so I have to take all 6. And that.
Oh. And that makes sense because you two.
I'm gonna grab headphones and real quick.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, that kind of makes sense, like story-wise, because
I've been doing
you
this for a
two
long
saw
time.
like just the most unnatural, crazy thing. Was like, how do you explain it? A stove just starts shaking, rips out of the wall, and then flies across the room. It's as this kid's like yelling. All right, let's find out what happens to you guys. Okay, an agent who loses 5 or more points of sanity in a single roll suffers temporary insanity. Every time your agent's sanity is reduced to his or her breaking point, he or she gains a new disorder. Immediately reset your agent's breaking point to your agent's current san minus POW. You're not at 0 san, so you don't suffer permanent insanity and become property of the handler, which would be, I would turn it over to Joe. So fortunately, you're not there. Because that would be like a horrible fate, is just watch Joe play your character as the insane person. So temporary insanity. Okay, so in a moment of overwhelming stress, after losing 5 or more sanity in a single roll, your agent loses self-control. It's called temporary insanity. So you either flee, struggle, or basically your primitive brain switches to pure panic, kind of like fight or flight, just kind of goes crazy with 1 of 3 possible responses: flee, struggle, or submit. So what do you think in that moment, seeing what you just saw, what do you think Agent Jackson would do out of those? Talk us through it. What do you think?
Feels like a flee situation. There isn't really a thing to struggle against. Something happened, so I don't think it's not like fight the monster kind of situation. So I think flee. Just abandon the child and everyone else in the room and
Yeah, so you just like dart, or you just like dash out of the room into like more like trying to find more people, like the common area or something like that, or
exactly.
or,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe I feel like we're upstairs. Maybe. Maybe we're not. But yeah.
No, you guys are still on the first floor.
Okay.
You guys are all still on the first floor.
Yeah. Then yeah, just how I'm imagining is like the crash happens and it's just kind of like instinct. He's just up and he's through the door before he even realizes it.
Makes sense. So Agent Jackson just like fight or flight, just like goes into overdrive as he sees this and just bolts out of the room. So then we've got Agent Jenkins. How much sanity did you lose on your roll?
I lost 5. Yeah.
Oh no.
At once, and am at my breaking point.
Okay.
I hit breaking point too if it's relevant.
Yep. Yeah.
You have to go past not for the losing 5 at once, but I think you go past your breaking point. That's when a lot of other bad stuff happens.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, so for losing 5 in like one moment, like sanity shaking moment, your character has to make a decision. Like you have 3 kind of options. Like you could flee, like the threat, um, and
Mid fight or flight, right?
exactly. Your agent must do this for a number of turns equal to his or her con, whereupon your agent falls to the ground exhausted, or until your agent feels safe, whichever happens first. So, we could talk about like running into a room with a bunch of people might make you feel safer than you are just like the 2 of you and a park ranger with this kid. You could struggle. This is like lashing out randomly at the nearest threat, no matter how insurmountable it might be. Like, do you try and just like knock Brandon out or something, or just try and still sedate him? You could submit, basically shutting down or passing out from shock. Just basically go like that's like freezing. Like you sometimes hear like people over their fight or flight and they just like freeze and they don't do anything. Right. So what do you think, Agent Jenkins? What would he do in that moment, witnessing this? Out of those 3, what do you think?
I mean, the answer is not going to change, but just out of curiosity, the fight part of this, the struggle part of this, how like animalistic is the fighting versus sort of like coherent attacking?
So it says once this course is set upon, your agent has no choice but to fight until he or she is killed, unconscious, or restrained. I would also say, or until you were like 100% convinced the threat is neutralized. So like one of those things.
I'm talking about more like methods. Like, is this like I can only go teeth and claws, like, or is it more sort of control than that?
It doesn't give any specific guidance, so I think it's really more like narrative, like
right.
Okay. In a panic sort of situation, and you're not like at this point like insane, like now like a wild animal, like
right.
But like it's just raw fear. It's like if that's like I gotta take this. If you're I gotta take this kid out, like what would you do? Like
100%.
Right. Do that.
I mean, there was something that he was already debating doing based on what might happen, and he will just go for that. So he will go from within his jacket and pulls out what looks like maybe like a lanyard, like with like a badge on it. The cable you can tell is like oddly thick orange, and will attempt to put it around the kid's head, like he's putting like a badge around the kid's neck.
Oh, okay. All right, like
what would I roll? Yeah.
You got like
yeah, not like just imagine he's trying to put like a badge on a lanyard around somebody's neck.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe that might be. I think we could go like an unarmed combat.
Sure. I think that's fair. Am I rolling now? I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, that was almost a.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So he wraps this thing around the kid's head. It's just sort of hanging there like a lanyard, except the cabling is really thick. And then you tell me at what point he would no longer have actions and the other circumstances can react. And then he will attempt to.
Oh my God! Okay. Oh my gosh!
Wow. Okay.
That went dark quick.
Yeah, it did.
Jackson ran because that was going to be the moral qualm, and I am very aware that there's gas in the room and all of that. That doesn't.
Oh.
Oh my God! This is amazing. All right.
I can roll demolitions and all of that, but like I don't know if he even has time because that's kind of asking for multiple actions. So it's up.
Right. Okay. All right. This is crazy. No, he won't. Yeah, no, he won't. Okay, really quick, you might see up in the corner, I started a timer. as
Mhm.
well. So that's in like real game time. When that hits 0, the actual FBI shows up. So in terms of like how much time you have before the FBI shows up, it's like 4 p.m. in the afternoon right now, though it looks much later because the storm's just like blotting out the sun. All right.
Well, I'm pretty sure when they get here, they're going to be investigating a terrorist attack instead of a missing kid.
All right.
All depends on what evidence is left at the end. We'll see.
Exactly right. Okay, so what? Talk to me. Remind me. What is that?
Default rating to the
I mean, you can
control.
get it in various
Right.
grains for, but yes, yeah, 50 is reasonable.
Does it say anything about like damage, Joe? Like just to give us an idea.
I'm reading real quick.
Okay.
Is that in one of the books, out of curiosity?
No,
Or are you just reading off the
I'm
internet?
pulling it right
Yeah.
off the internet.
I don't know if there are different. Yeah, no, I was searching this last time we played. When we started talking about the equipment that we got, and I was like, should I have Googled
Maybe I should have put that on private browsing.
yeah, it is what it is.
Oh God.
You
All
ever
right.
use a Wolfram Alpha? The thing, yeah. Just see if it could calculate the result of that.
I mean, if there's something in the handler's guide that's like an example, I could tell you what it's
Yeah.
closer to.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Let me see here. I would say maybe like a hand grenade.
Oh man, I just watched the video of it
Yeah,
when they wrapped it around the body.
Right.
This kid ain't coming out of it.
Roll. You know what? Give me that lethality roll because something might be going on here.
I roll in
All
2d10.
all of a sudden, I am just really, really glad I'm in the other room.
Yeah. Roll that lethality roll. It's a percentile because you're trying to roll under that 15%. Oh wow. Yeah, that was really close. All right. So you put this detonator cord around. Kitchen, filling with gas. You guys, everybody else hears throughout this entire house just this incredible noise. So get ready for a big noise. Body just like falling back to the ground, like twitching for a moment, just blood and viscera leaking out of it. Give me a luck roll to see, like, did so much gas already leak out that that's basically amplifying the explosion around you?
It is.
All right.
I
Oh,
assume
God.
that's bad for me, so high is bad, right? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
You want to roll. It's a straight 50-50, and you
Right.
want to roll under for like the lucky outcome. Oh man.
I will just say, I mean, the Agent Jenkins has been relentlessly pursuing vengeance against the unnatural ever since he was killed by that deputy. This was honestly not very far from what he wanted to do no matter what, and willing to die in the process.
That makes sense. I wonder if his. I wonder if it.
Before we did that come up in the Bronco trip, maybe? Would have been
I
good.
mean, he wasn't sharing playlists. Yeah, something was definitely on his mind.
Go ahead and roll percentile again. Lethality, but this is for you.
Fortunately, my constitution is incredibly high. It's like an 8. It's not high.
Okay, that's good. So you didn't like instantly die like Brandon did from like the blowback. Going off, nor from the explosion. Fortunately, gas had only been leaking for seconds. It was enough to amplify the explosion, so you're going to take a little bit more damage. Joe, do you happen to know how much damage like a hand grenade would do?
I'll look it up real quick.
So that would be like 31 damage, and that is bad.
That is really
Is that it's not or it's not 4? This is what we ran into when I got one-shotted by the
right.
cop.
Yep.
Oh, no, it was when somebody did the assault rifle after that. And I thought it was you take them together and it's like that much damage, but I think you just add them, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it says if you roll under 15%, they die. Otherwise, add the lethality dice together.
Okay.
So it's 4.
And the target take that much damage.
Right. Yeah. But no, given that's what we played it as in the moment in the last game.
Okay. Well, that's a lot better than 31. Because they wouldn't even be able to find. They wouldn't be able to find you.
It makes sense too, because if you, it would be everything would be lethal at that point.
Right.
All right. So yeah, detonator card. Boom. You're blown back against the wall, taking 4 points of damage. Your clothing is singed because the explosion was enhanced by the gas that's flooding into the room. You can still hear it with. That satisfies the temporary insanity condition of fighting against your the threat against you. So you're kind of like coming out of shock a little bit. That sort of like intense fight or flight.
Park Ranger Tamika's going into fucking shock watching this guy blow this shit up.
I forgot about her.
We cleared them out. Me and Jackson cleared everybody.
That's right. You're right. That's right. That was a good move. You got everybody out. That's experience. That's the difference between a rookie Delta Green agent and an experienced one. No witnesses. Yes,
We
she's
didn't want them to see us cut the thing out of the kid's neck. But this also we would not want them to see. That's true.
But then she does like come up to the door. It's like, oh my God, what happened? And she just sees. She just starts screaming. And then, you know what? Agent Jenkins, go ahead and make a, let's see here. I think it's going to be an alertness roll. Okay, all right. You're kind of just still like coming to your senses. All right.
You want me to roll sand for the violence there?
Yes, yes, please. Let me tell you what the. Oh no! All right.
I'm gonna go lower than my breaking point.
Yeah. All right, you're going lower than your breaking point. Let's see. First, let me tell you how much sanity you lost. Let me look at the little table here. All right. So that's you failed. That's going to be 1d10 sanity loss. Even if it was for a good reason, like a cold-blooded.
Oh my God!
Ouch, man.
No. All right. So you have blown past your breaking point.
So I reset my.
I think it's your current sanity minus your current POW.
Yeah.
That's your new breaking point.
Yeah, it is very low. And I'm like one thing away from, I guess, being immune to violence at this point. So I'll just say, like, I'm in a daze after all of that, and then I hogged the spotlight here for enough time. I'll shut up. I would just say, like, this isn't like an instinctive laughing out against a child. This is like, the thing is covered with the little tattoos. It's got something sticking out of its neck that's radioactive. You know, I don't know if my character would have heard necessarily the shout that the other kid was downstairs, but like, I was already, and giving you vouch for this, as soon as that the gas leak, that like psychic thing happened, my character was like, I am treating this as though that's the threat. I would have no other way of processing that information.
I mean, the only other logic is attacking the stove. The stove just tried to attack us. So in terms of your disorder, I'm thinking you're going to develop, because this would be like really from the, it could be unnatural or from violence.
I'll need one too if you're looking at the list.
Yeah. Yep. So I want you guys to kind of have a little agency in this, like what you picture might fit well with like your character and where you think they are. So like for and I think either any one of these would fit. So for violence, there's addiction, depression, intermittent explosive disorder, and lygrophobia, which is fear of like loud noises, like people in combat, things like that. Paranoia, PTSD, sleep disorder. Totemic compulsion causes your agent to fixate on an object present during the trauma and credit it with his or her salvation. Or added to that list from being exposed to the unnatural would be amnesia, depersonalization disorder. Your agent suffers periods of detachment from himself or self, feeling helplessly disconnected. You would take a significant penalty to skill test while you're going through this detached episode. Depression, dissociative identity disorder, a fugue state, megalomania, paranoia, or sleep disorder.
Fun list.
Yeah, fun list.
I just posted the last thing you saw before you blew his head off.
Jeez, Joe, please don't blow my head off, mister.
I love you. Okay, Joe, I love you so much.
What do you think?
I like I forget what the word was, but I like the one about being afraid of loud noises.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
I think it works with my character. What little backstory he has works in Doctors of the Border, so there'd be like explosions and shit there. So maybe he's just got a little bit of sensitivity to that. The stove hit the wall and just sort of triggered that.
The park ranger starts explaining, like, I think you have like gyrophobia, and then he just starts, a little word balloon just like pops up and explains it to you. Probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's in the chat.
Thank you.
Well, I thought it was my Europhobia, like you're scared of the sandwich in the Euro. And never eat a Euro again.
What do you think, Agent Jenkins? What do you think's happening to him? It's his mind is starting to like fracture. Oh, we lost you. You muted it. There you go.
I would, there was something about like rage or something, or outbursts or something. That's
Let me see.
in the violence one. It was like 2/3 of the way through the violence one, I think.
Yep. Let me, addiction, depression, intermittent explosive disorder.
That sounds fitting.
I'm gonna put that. I'll put that in the chat for you. There goes the park ranger once again explaining what intermittent explosive disorder. I was a psychology major for a while in college, so I think I could diagnose you.
He's like, what happened in here? And you're like, we had Taco Bell before we got here.
All right. Now let's go to Agent Jay-Z and Agent J. Burke and the still sleeping peacefully even after this big explosion. Agent Jubilee, who's passed out on the couch sawing logs. So you guys hear this explosion. At the same time, you just start hearing like the shocked screams from Brandon McGill's mother as she sees her son being uncovered from this hiker bringing him in from the range. She starts screaming, "My son, Brandon, my baby, my baby!" And she's just like with that like superhuman mom strength, just starts pushing people out of the way and just starts going to Brandon, who you think is in the kitchen with two of your fellow agents, and she just starts touching his face. Is it you? Is it really you? What do you guys do?
Berwick passed his sanity test because this guy's, having been the special operator, this guy has seen like people evaporate, and, explosions. And he's used to that shit. But he immediately draws his 1911, like just reflexively when the explosion goes off, and then he starts snapping at Jay-Z, like, give me my duffel, give me my fucking duffel.
I give him his duffel.
Alright, and then he throws it on, he just, without missing a beat, throws it right down on the pool table, unzips it, it grabs his vest, and is like a shotgun, and then he
Grabs a detonator cord around his own neck.
No detonator cord. No, he's not suicidal yet. He grabs the shotgun, he grabs the vest, and then he grabs the combat knife and hooks it onto his belt, and then he'll, once that's done, naturally it'll only take a couple of minutes of being practiced as he is, then he'll go around the corner. He's not even worried about the woman right now. He just knows that a couple of his buddies were in that room where the explosion came from.
Okay. Yeah. So you just like you gear up. Like you're like your experience is telling you shit is going down and you have to be ready for it. All right. So you're just gearing up. JC, what are you doing? You're actually at the doorway, so you can see this. Like the mom, like taking her, Brandon into her arms, just squeezing him hard, hugging him, touching his face. Is it really you? Is it you, my baby, my baby? And the dad, runs over and they're both on their knees, just like they can't believe that their son, that they lost 36 years ago, is back, looking exactly the same as the day they lost him.
Yeah. Well, I spent so much time thinking about how to explain twins, but solved that problem.
I know, that probably got solved just like that. That kid was never back there. That was an actual explosion.
And Jay-Z and Agent J, you would both hear like the female park ranger, what her name is.
Tamika.
Huh?
Tamika.
Yeah, Tamika just starts screaming, like from the kitchen doorway, just like a blood-curdling scream. Hikers are like, what the fuck is going on? They're all starting to get all like freaked out, too, as they hear an explosion. This mom and dad are freaking out, especially the mom. A park ranger is like at the kitchen doorway. What's going on? And just screaming.
Okay. I'm gonna suit up as well. I think I would have already had the vest on. I think I'm getting my big heavy rifle out with the infrared scope and everything. And I'm allowing the reunion to happen. That's nice. And
Good of you.
Straight dog. Yeah.
I'm going straight for the guy who found the child. And,
Yes, the hiker. Yeah.
Yep, the hiker. How far away did you find him? The huckleberries?
Yeah, he goes, it wasn't far. I was maybe 15 minutes out from Trailhead Station when I saw him just kind of wandering in the woods, and you can tell he's holding something back. Like he seems like maybe he wants to say something, but he's maybe embarrassed or
you wanna take me to the location?
He's like, like the thunder, and he like kind of like looks towards the window with like a lightning strike happens like right then. He's like, not really. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, this is important.
He's like, I've never seen a storm this bad.
This is when Jay-Z pulls out the pistol and points it at the guy.
Yeah.
Can I do I think I got an what have I got here? Intimidator.
You could let me see. You could try
I got my comment. I got really good comment. Comment is sort of relating to people, right?
yeah, that's more. Yeah, human is really, I think, more like understanding behavior. Or that would be like human would be good for trying to figure out like what's he hiding. Persuade would be good. Persuade would probably be the ideal if what you're trying to do is like talk him into like going out in this terrible storm and showing you where he found Brandon 2.
Yeah.
Or now he can be Brandon 1.
And one and a half, maybe.
Yeah, he's like, so you got 68 over 53. He's like, I'm sorry, man, but it is just like crazy out there. I don't think it's safe to go out there.
Yeah, I understand. I just really need to know kind of what something you're not telling me, right? We really need to know.
Roll your human.
Oh,
no! And he just looks at you like, no. And you're like, seems legit.
Yeah.
And he goes like, man, reception just sucks up here. He just sucks sticking around with his phone.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe on the next turn you'll get the rifle in his face, but maybe not.
And don't forget to mark skills when you miss them.
Yeah, I think it does that, right?
No, you have to click the box first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Jay-Z? You can do whatever you want to. I mean, he'll tell you like you got a map. I mean, he would tell you he just does not want to go out in this. Without taking like maybe more extreme measures, he is just afraid to go out in this storm.
Yeah, I look at Berwick and what do you think? We go out?
Well, first, Berwick's like, he wants to go check on the room. Like, as soon as he got suited up, he went out the right side, he went out this side, he would have gone out this side, and on around and seen what was up.
So you're coming, okay, cool. So you're going through that other room. JC, just as you like kind of like turn around to like confer with Agent J, and then this is like all happening at once.
Right.
You see Agent Jackson just like with like a panicked look in his eye, just come like bolting out of the rooms, kind of like rushing past you towards like the common area where all the hikers and park rangers are.
Probably like screaming like, maybe not screaming, but like, I don't know, the stove, the stove. And he's like incoherent, he's just like pointing back at the room, like, as he runs past.
Is that past me? Past me or past
Yeah,
me?
so he's like running right past you. So what do you do? And he's just it's like
I'll try and reach out and grab him.
Yeah, you can reach out. I mean, he's just right in front of you, and he's not even like really focused on you at all. So you grab him.
I grab him. I try and get my eyes locked with his. Like, it's okay, man. It's okay. Got a job to do.
All right.
He's I think I'm still in this instant still in the temporary insanity. So he's like, you're not getting anything useful out of him. He's just like,
maybe he's a little bit different from that grenade as well. Yeah, well, I just sort of hold him steady, like, come over here, let's get a drink.
Throw him on the couch for sleeping beauty.
Yeah, I get it in the duffel bag. Maybe we've got some a drink of some kind, water or alcohol.
Yeah, give me a luck roll.
In my duffel, there's definitely a flask of whiskey in it.
Yeah. Give me a luck roll to see if not just the flask of whiskey to make sure like they didn't break. You guys are like hurriedly like throwing the bag around like it like shit went down.
Oh yeah, where's the luck's on the front page, right? Where was luck at on the sheet?
it's in the top bar.
Yeah, and I was just rolling the hundos regularly, but yeah, it's at the very top. Almost top right, but not quite, of your character sheet.
Okay.
Like in the same row as the close button. It's sort of outside of the character sheet.
Oh, roll luck. I see. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't see it.
All the way on the top, next to pop out, in between pop out and sheet.
Oh yeah, roll luck.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Okay, get the flask out and
Yep.
have a shot. Have a shot, doctor.
Yeah, he accepts. Yeah.
Really strong
No.
whiskey. It's like,
Alright, so-
some shit's going down in that room, guys.
Yeah, I think this would kind of meet the criteria of like, do you feel safe? You're with Shifty. Shifty has like, his obvious his weapons on him, his vest. Looks like he's ready for like, if things go sideways. And so you kind of like, you're starting to like come out of it. And I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What are you telling Shifty?
Well, I'm trying to timeline-wise. Is it like when I'm sitting down, like for the drink? Is that when the explosion goes off, or the explosion go off as I was running by?
Explosion goes off like just like as you're running out, because like everything all happened at once. Like you two both acted at the same exact time.
Gotcha. I'll just say something's going on with that kid. He's getting upset, and then all hell broke loose. I don't know what's going on in there now. You guys should take a look.
Take a look. Okay, just have a seat on the stairs here, man, and have another drink. I'll run up to the doorway up here, right?
Maybe you should have chosen addiction. You should inadvertently get you addicted to alcohol.
Good. For my next breaking point.
There you go. Next breaking point. It's like that helped last time.
whiskey only feels safe when he's got like when he's drinking.
Right.
Is the mom like right in the mix there?
Yeah. So like here's the other Brandon McGill where I'm pinging, and like the mom and dad are like on their knees right next to him, just holding him, hugging him, touching him, cradling him, just sobbing. And like hikers again are like, what is going on? There's like this whole area is full of hikers and a couple of rangers.
If I may, when Berwick comes around, he'd have that shotgun brought up, but he, I mean, it would be down, but like it's shouldered, but it's down.
Yep.
It's just like, and he sees her screaming, and he's like, Jank, what the fuck is going on in here? What the hell happened? He's still not sure if he's going to shoot Jenkins or the woman or the body.
Right, yes. So what you see is just a horrifying scene. You see the body of the boy with like a bloody stump of the neck, head just blown off. Tamika, the female park ranger, just screaming and sobbing on her, on her knees by the boy. It's like, what happened? What happened? And what does in terms of what does he see in terms of Agent Jenkins? as he like comes around this corner right after this explosion happened. Maybe you've just gotten up, your clothing singed, your ears are probably ringing.
I would look like I got like flash burns from a relatively close explosion, but not like huge. And I would 100% be holding a detonator in my hand, which your character would absolutely recognize.
I've got demolition skill for sure.
Yeah. And I would just be like, gas leak.
And that's Burr would like he has questions for Jenkins, of course, but he'd be like, and he would try to calm down the ranger. He's like, ma'am, there was a gas leak in the room. The explosion must have done this. I'm going to ask you to leave, to go and help Agent JZ with the room in the front, keep people from coming back here, please. Agent Jenkins and I will try to stave off this gas leak, maybe get people ready to run, just in case. But perhaps if there's another structure somewhere nearby that folks be able to use, so there'd be something, an office, whatever.
There's the upper floor. There's no other station. I mean, not in the storm that we'd be able to get to safely. But there's the upper floor. I'll call 911.
Don't call 911. We want to make sure that everything. There's no reason to call 911. We can handle this. We don't want to endanger anybody else. Get those folks upstairs as quickly as possible. I've got experience with this sort of thing. I'll be able to get this gas shut off as quickly as possible. We won't be in danger.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to get everybody upstairs. It's just like I have tears running down her face. And she exits the room.
Before she leaves, he would be sure to grab her, and he like grabs her by the shoulders, or at least one shoulder, because he's still got the shotgun just pointed off to the side. He's like, listen to me. They need you. You hear me? I need you to be here, right here. Okay. One moment, help those folks.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Upstairs. Get everybody upstairs. Keep them safe. I got it. I'm on it. And she comes running out. And you can still hear the smell the gas smell, and it's getting pretty strong.
Right. He'll try and cover his mouth like a handkerchief, something. God, who knows, something. Try and find the valve. There's use of some kind of valve he can shut off.
Yes. Yeah. Give me a luck roll to see if the valve is the shut-off valve is still intact after this whole thing was violent. The stove was violent. Oh no, the shut-off valve has damaged.